All right, and we're live. Greetings, everyone. This is Maryland Monroe, and happy International Women's Day. How super appropriate for today's spotlight for the international woman, the Queen of Annapolis. So, I'm gonna just put it on the line. So, I'm gonna read a little bit of bio about my spotlight today. Um, she is an impact of Annapolis to beauty industry beyond. Miss Peachy built a name rooted in talent, resilience, and community love. During her exclusive spotlight with SwagHer today, she'll be sharing her personal journey. She is a public figure, business owner, all things beauty, visionary, philanthropist through a native of Annapolis. I would love to introduce the most beautiful, amazing Miss Lisa DeJesus. Of course, you may know her on social media as the painter, Peachy the Hair Painter. Welcome to Sisterhood Spotlight. I really appreciate you coming on today.
Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, everybody. Happy Sunday.
Happy Sunday! So I am so excited as we spoke backstage that you are on today. It's so appropriate for today being International Women's Day
Absolutely.
that you have your spotlight. And that wasn't even on purpose initially, but God.
Absolutely. Alignment.
Yes. So
Alignment.
I'm excited. Welcome.
Thank
SwagHer
you.
is a national magazine, and it's created for the intentional woman who likes to keep it real. And that would be you. That would be a good definition of you. You're very intentional. You keep it real. You're amazing.
Thank
And
you.
you have a lot of people tuned in and they're representing you. So if you are in the sound of my voice, make certain that you post and celebrate Miss Peachy, Miss Lisa.
Thank you.
Let's
Thank
get
you.
started. You ready?
Let's do it. Let's do it.
All right. So my question is the first core question is what is sisterhood to you?
What is sisterhood to me? First of all, good morning, everybody. Good morning. Thank you so much, Neek, for inviting me. Let me share with our audience real quick. Y'all, when
Yes.
she reached out to me, I was like, who is this person reaching out to me? I had to do a background check on her. And everything came out. I know her family. So here we are today.
That's right.
And I mean, the alignment of God today is International Women's Day.
Yes.
Uh, the flow of everything is going. So here we go. What is sisterhood to me? Sisterhood to me is being true, authentic, being exactly who you are.
Mm-hmm.
Do not put on a facade because if you're around somebody long enough, you're going to know who they are. And then the person that you initially met is somebody that you seeing now. That ain't sisterhood.
Right.
Sisterhood to me, like, be your raw, authentic self. Let me see you in your good, bad, ugly, indifferent, and everything. Let me see you when you're at your worst so I can lift you, or vice versa. Um, Sisterhood is a strong word.
Yes.
We may have played around with it in our 20s, 30s, 40s, but in your 50s and your 60s,
Mm.
that's when it's real. That's when you don't need that big circle of sisters. You need
Yes.
that you need that period of sisters. You only need a few core ones, and just having the core people in your life is what suffice.
Yes.
Giving them your best, showing up for them, loving on them, being there no matter how the situation may look. And in the sisterhood, you don't even have to see that person every day or talk to them every day. Just know when we link up, we're gonna pick up where we left off. And that's what I love. My core people, I don't talk to them every day. I don't see them every week. I don't break bread with them every month.
Yeah.
But I know when I need them, it's a no-brainer.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And that's important to me. Now that I'm at the big 60, I love everything about it. It's delicious. I put in time for it. I had to revamp myself because I haven't always been the best version of Lisa. I can look back to my 20s and my 30s and say, oh, you really wasn't what you thought you were. oh, you wasn't as
Mm,
kind as you could be or should be. But once you start to experience things in your own life and they hit you differently, you learn to change the narrative of your life if you want your life to be better.
I love that.
and and I chose the latter, which is to make my life better, to look at myself differently.
Mm,
Nobody has to define who I am because I'm the main character in this situation. So I'm in tune with me now. Well, back then I was in tune, but now I'm even deeper into the trenches of who I am. So
mm,
nobody has to remind me who I am. I know who I am. And when I speak, I hear myself. So
mm.
when I speak and the words are not right or they're not delivered the right way, this catches me and
Yes.
be like, girl, check yourself. Check yourself. Go back and apologize. Make the situation better. Apologize or change the situation. Whatever it takes
Right.
to give the best version of who I am, that's who I am today.
I love
So
that.
whoever comes in my life now, you're getting the best version of me because I've never had this peace in my life.
Mm.
Never,
Wow.
never. I've
You
had,
you make 60 look amazing, by the way.
oh,
Like amazing.
thank you. Thank you.
Like
Thank you. I
amazing.
put in work. I put in the work. I put in the work. And
Mm,
I've put in the work and I'm determined not to allow anybody to diminish who I am.
that's right. That's
No,
right.
you don't have my permission.
That's right.
You don't have my permission. I never gave you permission. So I put in the work, I put in the years. It just didn't happen overnight. And I'm still not done with who I am.
That's right. I love
So
it.
yeah.
So speaking of that, you're not being done, and then even just the tad bit of your background and what you require and the boundaries you created. I mean, clearly
Mhm.
over the years, you've created those boundaries. You critique, like you said, you even changed the narrative, and I love that because that's taking ownership.
Mhm.
And like you said, that it's your life, so you
Mhm.
spearhead that. We're going to talk about the journey of Lisa.
Mhm.
And every powerful woman has a story. Let's talk about that journey and what led you to who you are and how you are today. Let's talk high school, Lisa. Let's start from there.
Why?
Mhm.
Why? No, high school Lisa was pretty cool. Let me just share this. Let me go back even before high school and bring me up to high school.
Okay.
Out of 15 kids, I'm the baby girl, spoiled. And I tell this story all the time, and it will never change. I was a baby girl, spoiled, was allowed to get away with anything and everything. And at some point in time, I thought that the world owed me something and I
Mm,
could act any kind of way I wanted. But it took one thing in my life, and I choose not to share that part of it.
yeah.
It took one thing in my life to make me change who I was. And I could understand. I could understand how people may not have liked me.
Mm,
I take that. I take full responsibility of that. But as life changes you, you change your ways, but people tend to hold on who you were and still try to put that in your face. Again, I didn't give you permission, so you're not going to keep bringing it up. So moving forward, high school Lisa, you know, high school was good. I kind of always was in the beauty field in my head because I remember like at 8 years old, 9 years old, I used to have my doll babies and I would do their hair and I would take my sister's makeup and put makeup on their face and all of that kind of stuff. So in ninth grade, when the VOTEC was introduced to me, I was like, I'm gonna take advantage of this, right? In my head, I wanted to go in the Navy. Why? I don't know. I guess I was trying to please my dad or whatever. But once I started the VOTEC program, it was just like a perfect fit. It was
mm.
perfect. Everything just flowed. We would have competitions in school. I was so excited. I would get into competitions. I would go to hair shows. My mentor, Lord rest her soul, she was amazing. Tarnice Bunny Chapman, amazing. She taught me how to cut hair to this day. I still do the same haircut. I was her shampoo tech. She taught me so much. And I have taken that from high school to now. So that's like 40, 50 years, something that, whatever it is. All of those years, I've carried everything that she taught me. So, with that being said, because I was taught at a young age, I learned to pass it on. I didn't keep my fist closed and not share it. I've shared with so many other people, welcomed people in my salon, my barbershop, and just gave them what I could give them at the time for them to be great. I think it's been a great experience, some good, some not so good, but all in all, I'm blessed, I'm thankful, and I'm grateful. And I would do it all over again.
Yes. That is amazing. I love the fact that you are the youngest, and like you said, you were able to, you know, you shifted your what you wanted to do. I mean,
Mhm.
you initially wanted to do military, Navy, which is not a bad, not a bad
No,
option. But you had a passion for fashion.
I do. I
So,
do. I do. And I love everything about fashion. I love everything about makeup. I love everything about hair. It's just the perfect fit for me. It's the
yes,
perfect fit. But I also know that I have the ability to do other things.
yeah,
And I've done other things throughout my life, but I've always kept hair as my main focus
yeah.
because that has provided me a good life, a good career. And I like the fact that I can make somebody even more beautiful. I can change their mindset. I can change their heart. And, just having them in my chair, I go from being their hairstylist to the therapist, to the
Yeah,
doctor, to whatever they need me for at that time. I try to show up for them. Now, I can't do it for everybody, but your heart will let you know when it's the right time to move.
that's right. That's right.
Yeah.
So, as you sit, as we sit, I see a beautiful angle of how you positioned your camera. Such a beautiful angle of a beautiful portrait on your wall behind you.
Listen, oh, I look at that picture every day. Not a day goes by that I don't look at that picture. That picture is of my mother.
Mhm.
I am not one to put anybody on my walls. It
Mhm.
just is so, to me, it's such a old school thing. When you went in your grandmother's house, she had everybody 5, 10 generations up on the wall. So I kind of always laughed at that kind of stuff. But my mother is with me every day. And I get emotional just talking about it. And it's okay because emotions are emotions
That's right.
and you just let them flow. Um, my mother is with me every day. Uh, I look at her every day. I be like, Mom, what's up? What's going on today? What you doing? You with me today? Or if I'm doing something in the house, I'll be like, Mom, I need you to help me so I can get through this. And it seems like things just flow. I am so grateful to even to have shifted my mindset because again I was spoiled and I
Yeah.
used to be a mouthy kid. They all told me, my mother used to always say, girl, if I had you first I wouldn't have had no more. And that's okay because guess what, I redeemed myself.
That's right.
I did everything I could do for my mother. um the one thing that I hold near and dear to my heart is I had the opportunity to apologize to my mother
Mm.
for being smart, for just being who I am. And I was able to tell her that I was sorry and I hope that I was making her proud. Can I jump off 1 minute to get a
A-
tissue? Okay,
Absolutely.
1 second.
Absolutely. So as we await the beautiful Miss Peachy, I need everyone in the comments just giving her uplifting messages. She is such an amazing staple. So please post,
I'm
post,
back.
post. Actually, post some peach hearts to send her some great love. Do some peach hearts.
Um, I'm back. I'm sorry.
Okay.
I'm just grateful um to have been able to apologize
Yes.
and to just let her know that I hope that I was making her proud, because generations are different. And we
Yes.
know that. We know that. And I used to always say, oh, I used to tell my mother, oh, you show favoritism to this one, that one. And when I was old enough to understand, one day we were together and she said to me, she said, I know that you think that I showed favoritism. And I just shook my head. It wasn't up for an argument or anything like that. I just shook my head. She said, but you know what? I knew which one of my kids needed me.
Ooh, yes.
She said, I knew which one of my kids needed me the most. She said,
Mm.
you came up with a lot of
Ooh,
mouth. She
ooh.
said, I knew you was gonna be okay. Now, I I I I accepted that, even though the strongest needs love, the strongest needs help, the
Yes.
strongest needs whatever. But you know what? For her to tell me this, and my mom was like going through dementia
Yeah.
when she told me. So, like, her mind may have been leaving her, but her mind stuck in there with her to tell me that.
Yes.
So at that point, I said, I've loved this woman before, but
Mm.
baby, I'm about to put this thing in first gear and pile it on real heavy, because that was the one thing that I always wanted to hear. And for her to tell me, I know which one of my kids needed me the most, I
Yeah.
knew you was going to be okay. What can I say?
That's right.
What can I say? I never said anything. We went on talking. We went to the grocery store. We did whatever we had to do that day. And I never, ever, ever never mentioned it again. Never.
Yeah.
Because she did what that one little piece sealed the deal.
That's right. Absolutely. And she's so
So,
proud. I'm sure she is beyond proud.
mhm.
You make her
I,
proud.
I believe that. I do believe that.
Absolutely.
I do believe that the day that my mother died, that night before, I spent the night with her. Me and my sister spent the night with her. And I said to her that morning when I woke up, I said, Ma, I'm going to go home, change my clothes. But do you want me to do your hair? And she said, yeah, I want to look good today. Right? Not knowing that would be the last day that I would see her, talk to her. I said, I'll be back to do your hair. And maybe 4 hours later, she was gone. But
Mm.
best believe in her casket, I made sure she was looking good. And I don't do funerals, but I made sure she was on point. I made sure I lined them lips, baby, gave her some eyeshadow, some finger waves. I worked her.
That's
I
right.
made sure of that. So, um, forever grateful. She
Yes.
she she will be on this wall till the day I die.
Absolutely. And
Yep.
it looks amazing. It looks
Thank
amazing.
you. Thank you.
So let's talk community. Because you are, again, queen of Annapolis. Period. Period. So we're going to talk about community, your philanthropy, you giving back. Again, you have done so much. You've done influencing. You created even not just visibility for yourself, but you offer visibility for our city. And I say our city because again, I'm a Annapolis native, and
Hmm.
I just want you to talk to me about how you feel and how has community been important to you.
Um, I grew up in Annapolis Garden, AG for life, always and forever. I just feel like it's important to give back to the community. I don't like, I don't, a lot of times I'll give to the community, but I don't need recognition. I
That's
don't.
right.
I do not need recognition. You don't have to put me on the forefront. You don't have to honor me at these events that they have. I don't need any of that. I don't want it. I'm not good at accepting things from people. I'm really not. I'm working on that part of my life, but I don't need recognition for it because this is how I look at it. My parents had 14, 13 kids, whatever it was, 13 kids, right?
Yeah.
I know that my mom and dad did not do that all by themselves. I know that the community helped out. I know that
Yeah.
whoever gave to my parents along the way. And I watched my mother taking other people, kids, take care of kids, neighborhood kids, come to eat with us, or whatever the case may have been. So I've learned it at a young age. So I just piggyback off of what was given to me. Again, a lot of things I do, I stay in the background. I don't need recognition for it. It just gives me great pleasure, and it warms my heart to see that the youth are able to get whatever they need, because they're
Yeah.
not, able to get it from, whether it be from home or from the government or whatever the case may be. Whatever I can give for them to have a fruitful life, that's just who I am. I'll give you my last, because I know the God that I serve, he's going
That's
to give
right.
it back. It might
That,
not come back in the way that I gave it, but he might give me a stronger mind. He might make my body healthy, or whatever the case may be. So again, I'm not one to keep my fist closed.
that's
Give it.
right.
It's enough for everybody out here.
That's right. I love
So,
that.
and
It,
in my
mhm.
head, I don't know why I see me doing something in the city of Annapolis dealing with diversity. It has been in my head for a couple of years now. I don't know how that's going to work. When the opportunity is going to come, but I just see me doing something in these neighborhoods dealing
Mm,
with diversity. So I don't know how it's going to happen, because I haven't put a lot into it. I mentioned to my brother one day, we were talking, that that's something that I wanted to do, and I know he works for the city. I said, well, if you ever hear of anything, just let me know. Let me get my feet in the door. Let me start to, mess around with it, see what happens.
yeah.
So again, it's open, but I don't know when it's going to happen.
So for those who are tuned in, she put it out there. So if you have the connections, because it definitely takes a community, it takes,
Absolutely.
everyone to be involved. And if you don't know yourself, if you know someone that could know, please put Miss Lisa in that loop. She is amazing. Thank you all for tuning in to Swag Her, where we celebrate women, and highlight and spotlight them. And today is International Women's Day, and how
Yep.
appropriate is the spotlight for Miss Lisa. So thank you all for posting your comments. I mean, Miss Lisa, you have the whole city in these
Really?
comments. Yeah, absolutely. So let's shout out a few people. You have Lachey, you have Doctor, the Coach Joy. You have Miss Stacy Thomas, which is a SwagHer affiliate.
Okay.
Swagger is in the building. Thank you, Swagger, for tuning in. You have Green Eyes, which is my cousin.
Tanya,
Green
hey
Eyes
girl.
Let, Dr. Yeah, Tanya, Dr. Rhonda Johnson, Cindy
Best.
Green, Tiara
Hey,
Owens,
Sam. Hey, oh,
Terry
T.
Lee. You have my mom, Nisi, is in the building. Um, you have Joy Williams, and there's so many people beyond Nika Studios are in. So you are well loved, respected,
Thank you.
and everyone is just representing you. So yeah, keep posting. Again, if you don't know what to say, if you don't want to say anything, just put those peach hearts to show the love, or put
Mhm.
a peach to show the
Yes,
love for
yes.
our lovely Peachy. So
Thanks,
let's talk
y'all. I
about
truly
the passion
appreciate
for
it.
fashion. Yeah, let's
Fashion.
talk about that passion for fashion.
I'm just like, whatever. Like, I don't follow, like, I don't stick to what somebody else may wear. I'm
Yeah,
like I buy basic. I buy basic stuff and just add to it. Honey, I'm still wearing shoes probably from 10 years ago because I mean everything it's like a 360. It just goes around. I just save my stuff and I just reuse it, hook it up with something else. I love to look good, but then I
and you do.
love to look bad. I love like when my hair's not combing. I ain't got no hair. I love when I just have on sweatpants and a t-shirt. I want
Yeah,
people see me in all walks of life. I don't want you to see me just dressed up. And
that's it.
here's the reason why I don't want you to always see me dressed up. There was a point in my life from 2016 to 2019. My mom died, I think it was 2016, 2013. Whenever, I don't even like to think about the date or the year. So whenever she passed, I may have been probably 180 pounds, right?
Mm-hmm.
That was sexy for me. But depression took me up to the highest I had gotten was 242 pounds.
Mm.
Is right. 242 pounds. And I was invited to a birthday party and I had gotten so big. And, I was always dressed up, heels,
Mhm.
hair done, made up. But you know what I was doing?
Okay.
I was covering up depression,
Mm.
shortcomings, um, low self-esteem.
Mm.
Uh, I was covering up so much with makeup, hair, um, clothes.
Mhm.
I was covering up all of that. And one day I was at work and I started coughing and I could not stop this cough. And I said to my coworker, I said, something is not right. I need to go to patient first. So I go over to patient first. As soon as I get there, they give me a nebulizing treatment. Baby, I don't have no asthma.
Mm.
I don't have no asthma. But that weight, that depression, all of that was causing me to stop me from breathing, to have edema in my ankles, to have heart palpitations, to do all of this stuff to feel all of these ways that I never felt. And I was invited to a birthday party. I even lied to the person and said that I couldn't come for whatever reason. I did not want to go because I had gained so much weight.
Yeah.
And I did not like, nobody had to tell me. I didn't like the way that I looked. I
Yeah.
had called my friend Jermaine. I said to her, I can't do this no more. I can't do this no more. I'm bigger than I think I am. And
Mm.
I said, mentioned to her about weight loss surgery and all of that. Did the program and got the surgery, encouraged about 20 something people to get the surgery. Because, baby, I'm not going to get on my platform and say, oh, I worked out. I'm lying to you, baby.
Right.
I'm lying. I'm lying. I hate weight loss surgery. I needed help. My life was about to expire. I needed the help.
Yeah.
So I did that. And fast forward to now at this 2026, I'm proud to say I'm 176 pounds and
Amazing.
loving every bit of it. And I don't wear no more of those long, what you call those things?
Moo.
Uh, Not, no, now I like me a moo honey. I like me moo. But those long sweaters that people wear with jeans and all of that kind of stuff. I don't know what you would call it, but it's just a long sweater you wear with your jeans. And I was wearing them like I had all flavors, all sizes to cover up all of that extra weight. I
Yeah.
shed that. I do not wear that stuff. I try not to wear leggings too much because leggings allow you to expand. I never,
Yes.
ever, ever want to be a big girl again. I like putting on a size 8. I like getting in a size 6 sometimes. I like dressing up. I'm dressing up now with a purpose. I'm intentional about what I look like. I'm
That
intentional how I walk out the door. Whether I wear a baseball cap or not, I'm aware of what's going on around me.
that's right. That's right. Someone said it was a duster. It's called a duster.
A
Shay.
duster. Okay. Yeah.
Yes. Shay said it. Yes.
Lachey.
Yes.
Yes. I don't
Yeah.
wear that. I don't wear it anymore. If I can't even remember the last time I had one. And I have 2 containers with dusters in them. Very
Wow.
fashionable, very nice, but they're tucked away in a closet. So whoever wants them, they can have them because
You heard
I
it.
don't want
You heard
them.
it.
I don't want them. I don't wear that. I'm very mindful now. I might
Yeah.
splurge sometimes eating, but I'm very mindful of what I want to feel like. I don't want to have to take blood pressure medicine. I don't want to be a diabetic. I don't want none of that.
Yes.
My downfall is this coffee. That's it.
So let's talk about your because you mentioned like the foods and the lifestyle adjustments.
Hmm.
Um, because you are now, in addition to being a major icon of fashion and of course hair, but you are now introducing to yourself into being an influencer on social media. And you, Miss Lisa, you prepare meals, healthy meals that actually really look good.
Thank
Um,
you.
so tell me about the change in your eating habits and the meals you prepare while on social media.
I come from a lineage of cooks. My great grandmother and my grandmother used to have a crab cake shop in Annapolis. My brother and my mother used to cater weddings. So food has always been in my family. And I tried to cook healthy because, again, I don't want to go back to being heavy. And I just like taking people on my journey because I love me. I love me.
Amen.
So I love me so much that I'm willing to share a lot of my life with you. Like, I don't mind getting online. I don't mind crying on Facebook. I don't mind cooking. I don't mind baking. I don't mind doing somebody's hair, doing my makeup. I don't mind being who I am.
Mm-hmm.
Like I had like, and I'll say this: I'm a cusser. I cuss. Everybody cuss. Everybody think about work. But I had somebody say to me, "You shouldn't cuss in your videos." And my response was, "Well, maybe you should delete yourself because I am true and authentic to who I am. I know what's coming out my mouth. Every word come out my mouth is not a cuss word, but I might use the word damn. I might use the word shit. Okay, it's normal conversation, but I'm intelligent enough when to turn it off and turn it on.
That's
So
right.
in my videos, you're gonna get who I am because I can't change who I am for you because you're not gonna change who you are for me. So that enough of that. But I like cooking, especially on Sundays. And know when I put that house coat on, the food is going to be good. Know
I
that when I,
bet.
and you know what's so funny? People will message me and they say, "Oh, you look so cute in your house coat." Well, let me tell you a little secret about my house coat. That's really an attention grabber. When I wrap my hair up and I got a house coat on, you know I don't have no hair, so why would I wrap it up? And I got a house coat on. 9 times out of 10, I'm dressed
Yeah.
underneath of it. It's just something like Facebook always sends me emails to tell me what to do to grab people's attention. So if you
Ah.
see a house coat, you're like, what is this woman talking about? So that's why I wear a house coat. This is not something I really want to put on. I really wanted to have on my house coat because it's Sunday. But
Mhm.
but no, I do things to grab people's attention on Facebook. My
Yeah.
goal is to be a full-time content creator. I'm learning as I go. My goal is to become a millionaire with this thing. And I think they pay me pretty well. Some people like the videos and some people don't, but a lot of people that don't know me like the videos.
Yes.
So, I'm not going to stop doing them. I'll continue to do it. And I do whatever comes to mind. I don't stay in one box.
That's
I
right.
don't I don't compartmentalize. I
Yes.
spread myself, all of my talents, whatever is inside of me. Like this summer, you probably see me in my yard because I'm gonna start a garden. So you'll probably see me outside. You're gonna see me cooking those collard greens that I'm gonna grow. I do everything and I cover all bases of who I am.
I love it. I love seeing you live. I rarely catch it live, but I definitely
Mhm.
always look at the replay. And I just enjoy you being in the kitchen when you're creating. I think you did like a soup. I mean, just your food. It looks amazing, and I'm like,
Thank
oh
you.
Lord, she's definitely the content creator, influencer. I mean, you're doing amazing things. I love that you are evolving. Like you
I
said, you're
am.
60, but you have not stopped at all.
No, no, but and to come to that point, there's times that I'm completely burned out.
Yes.
Completely burned out. There's times that, like, okay, my goal every morning, and this sounds crazy, but it works for me. Every morning when I'm brushing my teeth, I'm in the mirror like, hey girl, what we doing? What we go? I'm really amping myself up because I don't want to be in a dark space. Then
That's
there's times that I feel uncomfortable, but you gotta shift your mind to take you out of it.
very much.
And I just like when I get in those dark spots or begin to feel uncomfortable, and I know when I'm uncomfortable because I crave food. I'm a foodie. I eat food that I shouldn't. So I got to tap into who I am. But then I got to reinvent myself. I got
Yes.
to take that peachy brand. I got to call you my peachy person. I got to call them my peachy people. I got to be Peachy the hair painter. I got to be Peachy the baker, the lone person. I got to be all of that to reinvent myself, to shift my mind, to put me in a happy place. When I hear the word peachy, it makes me happy.
Yes.
Orange and peach is my favorite color. So I try to incorporate that in my life every day.
Yes. Someone, Dr. Rhonda Johnson said, your food is delicious. She looks forward to you making the vegan pound cake.
I got you, Bess. I got you. I got you. I made her vegan pound cake and it came out really good. But then the next time I made it, it didn't. So I gotta work on that. I gotta
Yeah.
find the time because I'm trying to have multiple streams of income.
Yes.
You can't just have one stream of income, not in the times that we're living in. I don't
Ab-
look, listen, I take my Facebook check and that's going to be for travel. I do this, I take cake money to do this. You got to have multiple streams of income. So best I will perfect that cake, you know that. But I'm just always, like you say, evolving. I'm trying to find my niche in life along with hair. And I'm
yes.
I'm always thinking, I just told my friend this morning that I have to take some time out to map out what my next life will look like.
I
Because
love
I'm never gonna retire. I don't want to retire.
it. Mm-mm.
I don't want to retire. That's not excuse me. That's not who I am. Um, when I think of retirement, I think of breaking up.
I agree.
I think of the body just like
I agree.
not no. I want to take accountability of my body. And I woke up this morning and I said, okay, it's time for you to get back into the gym. But I'm gonna take it a step further. I'm gonna get me a trainer tomorrow.
Exclusive.
I'm going to get me a trainer tomorrow so that I can be full of energy at all times. I don't want to retire. I need to keep this body in shape. I need to keep my juices flowing. I need to have this thing going. That's all
That's
to it.
it. So,
That's
do we
it.
see? Because Tierra Owen said, "Lisa, we love your food. Do we see maybe a food truck? Because like a restaurant is like the brick and mortar of it. You know, I see you on the go. So a food truck, maybe no, no.
No, no. Now, if main man gives me a food truck, then I'll take a food truck. Now, I
Okay,
would like to possibly rent a food truck for a day, but
yeah.
no, I'm okay being a small cottage baker, cooking from home, and then you just pick up. I'm okay with that. Um, no, I don't see that. Now maybe a coffee shop.
Actually, that's funny you mentioned that. Miss Tomiko Sharp said she's going to have a coffee shop.
Uh-huh. Coffee, cakes, and conversation.
I love it. I love that.
That's what it's called. Coffee, cakes, and conversation. Mm-hmm.
I love that.
And my vision, the building, the coffee shop is in West Annapolis.
Hmm.
I mean, I even had a dream about it's in West Annapolis. It's a small little coffee shop where we get together on Friday nights. Well, Friday night will be like poetry night, wine and coffee and cakes and stuff like that. Sundays, like a little brunch. I got it in my head, but I got to put my hand to that paper. I'm
Yeah.
not a person that will snap it into my phone because I
Yeah.
won't pay attention. I got to write pen to paper type person.
Wow. I see it. And as soon as
Mhm.
you are alive, I'm coming.
Okay,
I'm
come on.
coming.
Well, you
Yes.
know what? Let me challenge myself.
Yes.
When we get off of this live, send me your address, right?
Absolutely.
Let me bake you a cake and ship it to you and see how it comes to you.
I will be there. I can do one better to save you shipping. I don't know if this is too soon, but I will be to Annapolis next week.
Mm-hmm.
Would you be able
Uh-huh.
to
But
just
I want to ship it to you
okay?
to see how like I bake this cake, I freeze it, and then I wrap it up and I send it
Gotcha.
to you. I want to know if it's fresh when it reaches where you
South
live.
Carolina. Absolutely.
Yeah, I
I
ain't want to tell the people where you live
absolutely.
at, but yeah,
Yes.
I just want to challenge myself
Mhm.
because who knows, I might be shipping cakes to Timbuktu, honey. Because honey, the tongue speaks some good stuff.
It
Now
does.
I speak greatness over me.
Amen. And that's all that's in your future is in current is greatness. You
Yes,
have that great
absolutely.
positive attitude. Like you said, you write your narrative. You are, and I love when you said, I am the main character. I love
Yeah,
that.
Can't
And
nobody tell me nothing about me that I don't know.
that's
Because I
it.
know what I may have said to you. I know how I may have acted. So I really don't need you to bring it back because I know.
That's
But
it.
have grace on me. When you know better, you do better. I didn't know it at a time. I remember my friend, and I'm not gonna call her name, but um I said something to her like when I was younger, but you know what? I like her so much that I felt that I needed to go to her and apologize to her.
Yeah.
And I said to her, I didn't know no better. But now that I know better, 10, 15,
Mm,
20 years later, I owe you an apology. And I hope that you will accept it.
I love that. You
Yes.
are good. You are a great, amazing woman.
Now,
Now, now
now, now I am. And
you
that's
say
with the help of me clearing out the junk, that chaotic stuff that resides inside of you,
yes, yes.
years of therapy. And no, I'm not crazy, y'all. I am not crazy, but my therapist, she understands me. Um, and she gives me the tools and mechanisms to navigate through my life when I feel weak.
Absolutely. I love
Mhm.
that. So, where can the beautiful people in SwagHer community find the lovely Lisa Peachy, the hair painter, DeJesus? Where can we find you?
You can find me 108 Old Solomon's Island Road, Suite L9. I have been in that location for ooh, maybe 10 years, something like that. But who knows what the future holds, I'm open to anything that's positive,
That,
anything that's going to help me escalate, anything that's going to help me grow. I'm open to it. Might be a little nervous in the beginning because that's just so human like to be nervous, to have a little bit of fear. But once you take that one step forward, God got his hand extended for you and he can carry you right on through. So listen, my hand is always out there. Like, come on,
amen.
main man, pick me up, take me because I'm a little fearful right now.
Yeah, yeah. And that's a great, like, typically ask this question, and I actually ask it to you now. So, have
Mhm.
you had moments of self doubt um, about your career, about where you are personally, professionally? Is that self doubt ever seep into your mind?
Absolutely. Absolutely. I would be lying to you and the audience if I said that it did not. I mean, even probably like a couple of weeks ago, I was thinking about doing something that would really help me in my life. And I was like, do I do it or don't? And I
Yeah,
said, well, I was like, scared money don't make no money, girl. So go on and do it. You done lost out when you loaned somebody some money. So go on and invest in yourself.
that's it.
And whatever's going to happen is going to happen, but it'll come back at some point in time. So yes, I'm fearful when I or self-doubt, I like I said, I failed. I have failed at things. I have
Yeah,
failed at being a wife. I failed at being a mother, a sister, a friend, a person, a hairstylist. I have failed at some point in time in my life. But what matters the most is that I've changed it,
that's
that
right.
I'm mindful, that I hear myself, that I talk my way through it. So I've asked God
Mm,
for to forgive me and to
yes,
make me a better person, because you can't ask the person sometimes because the person gonna hold it against you. So I'm gonna
yes,
go
they
ahead
will.
and take it to the high. I'm gonna go ahead and take it to the higher power and let him say, "Baby, you okay?" And once
That's
he
right.
gives me the okay, it's a no-brainer.
That's right. I love
Yeah.
that. I thank you so much for joining us today on Swagger
Oh,
Spotlight. You are an amazing light in the
thank you.
community and amongst your friends and family. We thank you so much. Just everyone that's tuning in, thank you all for tuning in and supporting the most amazing woman. If
Thank
you are
you.
interested in a Swagger Spotlight, make sure that you inbox me. I am Maryland Monroe on social media. On Facebook, I am Ty MD Monroe. We love to celebrate amazing women like
Mhm.
Miss Lisa, and
Thank you.
we would love to celebrate you. Everyone has a story. If you don't have a business, you have a story. If you don't
Yes.
have a story, which I'm sure you do, you definitely have some type of brand or something that you could share and be of help to others. So why not spotlight it? Why not celebrate it? I think gossip is overrated, and we because we've all done it, partake in that too much, and we need to start
Mhm.
partaking into celebrating and uplifting one another.
That part.
Miss Lisa is a strong community impact. She's again, I'm so honored that you on today,
Yeah,
this
that's
is
alignment. There's no other way to put it. It's
absolutely,
alignment. I'm
absolutely,
grateful that you thought you gave me enough. You respected me. You gave me the grace to come on your show. I didn't know what to expect,
yes,
but as I was walking to my iPad to talk to you before we got on live, I just said, God, give me the strength to
mm,
give her the best and be
yes,
very, let my words flow, let my
yes,
words touch, let my words penetrate to whoever joins us on this live. And I hope that I've given you and everybody else the best version of who I am at this moment.
absolutely, you have,
Thank
and
you.
you're very authentic. It's just like you said, it flows, and I really appreciate that. Thank you all, Annapolitans. If you're an Annapolitan for tuning in, if not, then we welcome you anyway. Make sure you share. Make sure you share this live
Mhm.
for the replay. We want to make sure that Miss Peachy goes super viral as she should on this International Women's Day. Just share it on your page, post it, boost it, and yes, she is a phenomenal woman. A
Thank you.
phenomenal woman is
Thank you.
she. Yes.
Thank you. Thank
So
you.
we thank you. Any closing shout outs, any recognitions you would like to give?
Um, I'm gonna give a shout out to my daughter, Corinne Nicole DeJesus, to my family, to my best friend, to my friends, to you, to everybody. If I missed you, charge it to the head, definitely not to the heart. Have a great day. Know that life is grand in spite of, despite of, life is still grand. Okay.
Absolutely. So always remember, I love you and God does too. Have a great
Likewise.
Sunday.
All right, you too. Thank you.
Thank
Bye,
you all.
everybody. Bye bye.